everyone, welcome to my channel, Andrew Makes. I'm very excited to share with you the things I've made in July. Thank you so much for tuning in. It means a lot to me and it encourages me to keep making videos. The first thing I'd like to share for July is my mini quilt wall hanging. I made these a couple years ago, one for each month, and here's the one I made for July, the American flag. And I used my embroidery machine for the applique and the letters. And not only do I have some garments to share with you, I also have some gifts I made for a baby shower, including a baby quilt. And I will show that at the end, so I hope you'll stay tuned for that. And I'm also going to be revealing the Viewer's Choice winner that you guys picked for me to make, so I'm super excited about that. The first thing I'd like to share is McCalls 8193, and it's this tiered dress, and I made this view, and I already have a video on my channel reviewing this dress, so I won't go into tremendous detail, so check out that video if you haven't already. But here it is. And this fabric is linen look fabric that I got from Joann. And the bodice is striped, and then it has these three tiers. Here's a turquoise tier and a red tier. This mustard colored tier. And here's the back. And in my review video, I showed a lot of changes I made. This really, other than the tiers, this really doesn't look anything like the actual pattern, but the bodice was huge and I had to add a pleat here, and it's supposed to have shank buttons on the side, but I used a zipper and I used pearl snaps for the straps, and the pattern wants you to use a button, and the pattern also wanted the straps to be on the outside, but I put mine on the inside. So I changed a lot of things, but I really love the colors of the dress, especially the tiers, and I will insert pictures of me wearing it so you can see what it looks like on. Okay, the next thing I'd like to share is my vintage pattern from 1969, Simplicity. And I made this version using camo fabric. I can't wait for you guys to see this. It turned out amazing. Here it is. I love it so much. And it has these very cool diagonal bust darts. Can you see? It goes diagonal like that. Does anyone know the purpose for that? I haven't seen that in any modern patterns, and I think it's really neat. And another thing that I love about vintage patterns, and I have sewn these before, are the darts here at the back of the shoulders. I really like that. It gives a really good fit. And you don't see that in modern patterns anymore either. And it has this zipper down the front. It's a 22-inch zipper. And it has a very large, wide hem. It's 2 1/4 inches, which I absolutely love, and lends itself, of course, to that time period. It's got these super fun pockets on the front. And like I said, the pattern is from 1969, and Michelle from Michelle Sews Again is running a challenge on Instagram, and it's hashtag Sew My Birthday. And the idea is to, it doesn't have to be a pattern from the year you were born or around the year you were born, but just fashion from that era. So I was born in 1968, so this is 1969, which is close enough. So this is going to be my entry for that. So if you're on Instagram, join that challenge. It runs through the end of August, and it'll be a lot of fun. And not only does this have a neck facing, but it has this very cool, large armhole facing. And here's the pattern piece for it. Check this out. It's huge. I love it. I am team facing all the way. I just love a facing. To me, it's so much faster and easier. And for me personally, I'm able to get a much neater finish. I think maybe if I were better at sewing bias binding, I might like it a bit more, but I absolutely love a facing. Give me a facing any day. So let me know what you think about using camo fabric for that style dress. And I'll insert pictures of me wearing this so you can see what it looks like on. And I have belted it. It does need a belt because it poofs out a little bit. And the belt you're going to see in the pictures is this belt right here. And I have had this since 1984 or 85 when I was in high school. So I paired it with this dress. So I think that is really cool. Let me know what you guys think. And the next thing I'd like to share is McCall's 6997, and this is from 2013, and I made view C with the sleeves, but I did the alternating colors instead of just the solid color. And here it is. This is a double brushed poly that I got from Joann. Oh, and that camo fabric I got from Joann as well. And I alternated this solid blue with this sort of tie-dye geometric. I added sleeves. I did set in sleeves and I didn't dye. And not only did I not dye, but I didn't get any of my design choice gathers. I think it's because it's knit. It's probably a lot easier to get a smoother finish with a knit. But here's the bottom. Here's the back. I love it a lot. The pattern is described as close fitting, and anytime it says that, I always size up at least one size, sometimes two. And in this pattern, I sized up 2 sizes. And I love it. It doesn't cling to anything. It just glides outward, which is what I like and prefer. And I used bias binding for the neckline. The pattern wanted you to fold it under and stitch it down, but I used bias binding, and I want to start drafting my own neck bands, and to help me do that, I ordered this curve runner, and it's from Crafty Gemini. Let me take it out of the package so you can see it better. And it rolls, and it gives you measurements as you're rolling. So this is good for measuring curves. So I want to start measuring my neckline with this and then adding my own neckband. And then there's a formula for how you do that. But I'm excited about this. And Vanessa, the Crafty Gemini, has these on her website, craftygemini.com. So check that out if you're interested in this. And here are some pictures of me wearing it so you can see what it looks like on. And the next thing I'd like to share is the Viewer's Choice winner. And I'm doing this every month in my plans videos where I'm letting you decide which pattern I'm going to make that month. And it's usually a vintage pattern, maybe not always, but The choice this month was between these culottes / gauchos from 1992 in a green linen look fabric, or this striped dress from 1996. Thank you so much to everyone who participated and voted. It was so much fun. For the first few days, the votes were really close, but not long after that, the stripe dress prevailed and won, and here it is. And this is a linen look fabric as well that I got from Joann. I absolutely love this so much. As you can see, I played with the stripes, the way the pattern cover shows it, and has a gathered waist, and then these fun pockets that the stripes are going the opposite direction. Whoops, can't find it. There we go. And then here's the bottom. Here's the back. This has a facing as well, which I love. And the dress was really big, so I added elastic, a strip of elastic here at the back. I tried a 4-inch piece of elastic at first and it still wasn't enough, so then I changed it to a 6-inch piece of elastic, and that brought it in really nicely. Let me show you. There it is. I just stitched it across the back, and that helped bring it in a lot and made the fit a lot better. But I absolutely love it, and as you could tell from the pattern envelope, it's a longer style. I usually prefer my dresses to hit just above the knee, but for this pattern and the era it was in, I wanted to leave it that longer length because it's something different for me, and I really like the vibe that it gives the dress. So here are pictures of me wearing it so you can see what it looks like on. I hope you enjoyed the last picture. It's the pose like the envelope cover picture. They have that challenge on Instagram as well, so I thought that would be fun to do that. And the next thing I'd like to share are my Galaxy tees. I made 4, and I won't go into great detail about those either because I have a separate video on my channel all about those, but the pattern is by Pattern Scissors Cloth, and it's a free pattern. And I actually hacked the pattern 3 different ways, but here's the original. And I made it in this white modal fabric that came in the June thread crepe box. As you can see, it has the gathered sleeves and then the cuff. There's the back. And I made the size 100 centimeters. Everything in the pattern is in centimeters, so you have to do converting. And it fit really well, except the cuff at the bottom was a little loose. So the next ones I made, I sized down 2 sizes just for this cuff piece. So there's the original Galaxy tee. And then here's the first hack I did. I added a 4-inch hemband to the bottom. And on these I did color blocking on the sleeves, and I used a more substantial knit, which as you can see it makes the poof a little bit more pronounced than from the first one I showed in the modal fabric. Here's the back, and I got these fabrics at Joann. And then the next hack I did is added a ruffle at the bottom, and I added a flutter sleeve, and all I did to do that was just leave off the cuff on the end. But like I said, I have a whole separate video all about these on my channel, so check it out if you're interested. And then here's the third one I did. And on this one I added the hemband. It might be hard to see since the fabric's all the same. And then the flutter sleeves. So you can mix and match the hacks to get all kinds of different looks. And I got this fabric at Joann. All the fabric I got from Joann except the white modal fabric. So those are my Galaxy tees. And here are pictures of me wearing those. And the next few things I'd like to share are for a baby shower. And the theme of the baby's nursery is going to be farm. So I made a little fabric basket. And look at this cow fabric. How cute is that? There's my little label. And made in Tennessee. And here's the inside. This is farm animal themed fabric. So cute, and they can use this for all the baby things, of course. And then I used some scrap cork fabric I had in my stash for the handles. And this fabric basket is a pattern by the Crafty Gemini, so check that out on her channel. And then I also made some baby hats. It's a free pattern from Pin Cut Sew Studio, and it's on YouTube. And I used the pattern just for the shape of the top of the hat, but I did my bands differently. So here's one baby hat. This was my prototype that I used, and I had this fabric in my stash. The little tie at the top. It's so cute. But I decided I wanted a thicker band. And the fabric on these next two that I used for the baby hats, I used t-shirts that belong to the grandfather of the baby's dad, and the grandfather passed away about a year and a half ago. So I thought that would be really special to do that for them. And here's one. It was a Mountain Dew t-shirt. Here's the little tie at the top. And then the other one was made from a t-shirt as well from the grandfather who has since passed away. It was a white t-shirt, and the baby's name is Houston. So I used my embroidery machine to put his name on it. So I thought those were really sweet. And I also made a baby quilt. And here it is. I found some 10-inch squares of pre-cut fabric at Tuesday Morning that were farm themed. So I had to grab those, of course. And here's the quilt. I don't know if you could see, I don't think you could see the whole thing. But I'll show you some of the 10-inch squares. There's the cow print that matches the fabric basket. And then there's all the farm animals. But so sweet. And then here's the fabric for the back, and I thought this was perfect. I found it at Joann. And it's farm themed. I'll get in close so you can see. So cute. And then I used red binding for the quilt. So there's the baby shower gifts, and that is everything that I made in July. Let me know what you think. I hope you liked everything. It turned into a dress-a-palooza, but all the dresses were totally different styles. So I think that's okay. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You know I love hearing from you. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed to my channel thus far. I appreciate it so much. It helps me so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it if you would. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my video. I really do appreciate it. See you next time. Bye! And I'm also going to be revealing the viewer. Let me know in the comments if your team. So let me think. For the first few days, the votes were, and I really appreciate.